Hi, everybody, and welcome back for week number 7 of Introduction to Sports Medicine. This is Dr. Hardy's coming to you yet again this week to give you a brief overview. All right, here we are in week number 7, and this is going to be our first exam of the semester. So please, first of all, start by checking out Chapter 9 in the Prentice textbook. This is about bloodborne pathogens, universal precautions, and wound care. This is really important information, and there are questions on this exam about this. It's also going to be cumulative up to this point, so there's going to be stuff from every chapter we've covered. Make sure you plan the time accordingly that it's going to take you to do this exam. Now, when we're talking about bloodborne pathogens, universal precautions, and wound care, there is one rule that comes above everything else, and that is you as a caregiver need to take care of yourself first. There's kind of an adage in emergency care where you don't want to become a second victim. Well, that applies when it comes to bloodborne pathogens and universal precautions as well, is we need to take care of those things as caregivers that are going to protect us so that we can care for more people. That's why it's really important. Now, what does that mean? When we're talking about bloodborne pathogens, we're talking about ways that you can protect yourself. First of all, making sure that you wear personal protective equipment and you treat everything that you do, especially when dealing with blood, as a biohazard. Everything you touch is going to put you at risk, and so you need to take the precautions necessary in order to keep yourself safe. What does that look like in most situations? In most situations, that's like a latex or nitrile gloves on both hands, washing those hands with soap and water, ideally before you're going into new gloves. Wearing those gloves, making sure that you are cleaning up any blood and keeping it away from contact with you individually. If there's spurting blood, if there's like leaking blood, you need to take further precautions, whether that's going to be a face shield or a respirator. If we're talking about airborne contagions, we need to do those things to protect you. That could even be like gowning up in extreme circumstances. In sports medicine, most of the time when we are talking about the universal precautions and the PPE necessary, we're talking about wearing latex gloves and making sure that you treat athletes in a safe and secure manner to clean up those injuries, to help get them covered so that athletes aren't sharing those pathogens between each other or to the caregivers. That's why it's so important, is you want to make sure that those caregivers are safe so that they can take care of those athletes the best way possible. All right, the rest of this, I'm going to let you get that out of the chapter right there, but wanted to give you that overview of why exactly this is so important to have those universal precautions and be prepared for them. When you're caring for somebody, you need to care for yourself first. All right, that's all I'm going to talk to you about today. Keep this video nice and short for you. Again, exam number 1 this week. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I wish you nothing but the best this week, and we'll see you again next time. Good luck, everyone.